I'm sorry, but you need to see this show, bro. When you see the show, you gonna be like, all right, that's a good reason for me to, but don't do it again. Figure out a way to send it to me solo. So if you somebody that's in my contacts and my emails, do this work out here, you the somebody love me, all that good stuff, you gonna get these shows. I'm gonna send you these shows. These is good shows. I was going back looking at them. Got about 4 years in, almost. My man Took, man. I love black people, man. I'm telling y'all, black people do what they supposed to do by black people. I'm telling y'all, patience a little bit. So, listen, this is PSA. Y'all see it, old school, retro. You know what I mean? That's the retro drone. We got 2 logos. Y'all gonna get a lot of these logos. You can get some embroidered stuff, some hoodies and all that. I love the trajectory of the show, and it's like I've been looking back like, am I marketing this joint enough? Is it beneficial enough? Is this the same soup warmed over as my elders used to say when I was upstate? Shout out to Ryu, man, wherever that brother at, man. I gotta look him up. I had an interesting weekend. Just came from out of town. It was amazing. Shout out to my brother Russell. Yane, everybody, the twins that I met, Felicia, a lot of folks, you know what I'm saying? I had my daughter for like 4 days, that was a beautiful thing. I needed that. I talk about how you do need the affection from your children, bro. I'm telling you. You need it. You need it. It's needed. I need my daughter to allow me to know you a good dad. You know what I'm saying? With a hug, kiss, the way she look at you, you know what I'm saying? You a good dad. You know what I'm saying? And we had some conversations over the weekend. It was good stuff. It was good stuff. My daughter 4, she autistic. She is nonverbal when we talk. You know what I'm saying? A lot. Cause she lets you know with her eyes. I always tell people, one of the things that you can it's like a sign to allow you know that a child may be neurodivergent is eye contact. But it was like, for me, I always got eye contact from my daughter. Like from day one, from out the womb. I've always got, when I'm changing her, when I feed her, she would always look me in my eyes. So when that was first noticed, I wasn't necessarily in denial, but I was just like, give it a little bit of time because she gives me eye contact with her, where her mom, who was on it, was like, but I'm seeing some things that is telling me that it's not that. So not to go too far into that, but I had a good time with my baby. We enjoying nature. Get out in nature as much as you can, black people. Don't get too far off into the like spiritual floating on cloud stuff. Just get out there, get your feet in some water, get immersed in some darkness. You know what I'm saying? Like go places where like it gets like really, really dark and just sit in it for a minute. Like seriously, look at the stars. If the stars are there, if you do it in a wooded area, I would say that would be, for some people, we've been indoctrinated with so much dumbass shit on TV with scary movies and all this weird ass shit. We be out in the darkness and be scared when we have enough information on how things move around, what's nocturnal and all that where you could just relax for real. Just let yourself be immersed in it. And it's a crazy feeling, Sunbathe, get you some sun. So I'm going to go into this. This is PSA, Philly Service Announcement. Takeover Tuesday, Takeover Love, Support Great Social Activism, Resources, and Art. I am the assist. African Support and Strength, Inspiration, and Success together. Jarue, Masmakali, Orji, Timojua. Shout out to Nick, Mile. Yo, my man, when is my man? When is my brother, man? When are you coming back to the show? Y'all know who I'm talking about, man. My other brother. He always come, he pop up on me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who he is. Like he in the jump. And, yo, this is the thing. I don't want to forget this. So I did an interview earlier with Raise Up. I think it's Black Power TV. I think it's a streaming joint. He was saying a bunch of different shows on there. Like we charge colonialism and stuff like that. Shout out to my brother Kimba. You know what I mean? Always, having me, really be having me back on like my international news stuff. Like, what is black folk doing around the world? And at some point, we're going to have to stop fucking with these phones because a lot of black bodies are being wasted away for this cobalt, the shit that make these dumbass phones. I don't really like the phones anyway. I don't like the fact that people have phones on them 24/7. I don't like that shit. I don't even like what it does to people's psyche. You know, motherfuckers walking around living in a device in their hands and not living in their real world. You know, so it's like, it's so many different things you can go into. The phones can be beneficial. Yes, they can. And usually that's just talked about from a capitalistic way. I even say it's a lot of money in your phone. For all, because we do need to finance folks. We do live, poverty is the motherfucker that's fucking us all up and maintaining fuckery. Because poor people can't really think. Think about it. I don't know a very intelligent, poor citizenry, especially one who has been poor over time. You know, maybe some newly poor people who had a chance to have some type of stability in some way financially, were able to read and get trained and stuff like that, and then hardships fell on the whole town for whatever reason. The factory just decided to up and leave because they done juiced the town for all that they needed already. Just did them dirty. So people like that, I would say those poor people would have the ability to be able to think on another level and definitely be able to get out of poverty. But if that poverty turned into 3 generations, 4 generations, 500 years, I don't see how a motherfucker be able to think at the end of 500 years of poverty. You know what poverty do, bro? You know how shit, listen. So it's crazy how you can mix survival mindset, right? When you oppress people, right? Like black people in America, like when you oppress American-born Africans like myself. When you oppress them, you know what I'm saying? It's wild the survival shit that they will do. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy to me. Like, damn, you really could force people to sell their bodies, to take people bodies, to sell body parts, to help you sell people body parts, to house people in an inhumane way to make money. And I ain't just talking about prison. I'm talking about people who be like adopting kids and abusing them. And the abuse really just be the neglect of you just trying to have all these kids housed in there so you can get a check for each last one of them. And people usually do that with children that have, you know, certain type of specific, you know, maladies, who can't really take care of themselves independently. And it be like some of the sickest, nastiest shit you could think about. And then you got to think about, like I always tell people, we are rugged individuals. That's why you think so many black people selfish. And you be like, why we can't get together? Because the orientation we have gotten tells us that doesn't shit matter but you and your pleasure. And then don't give a motherfucker a story of how he deserved it because he was oppressed, which is real. But then you going to turn that into some pleasure center shit too. Now I'm entitled to everything. You're entitled to nothing. Because you're in a position where you basically are nothing. And you chilling with it. You dressing it up. You making it look nice. You wearing a fucking costume. A mask. The mask becomes your face. Motherfuckers doing in corporate America and entertainment, all that shit. And now niggas know. They really know. A motherfucker said, because I got to try to make sure that I maintain not saying names about people. Y'all know who these people be. I'm trying to maintain that. It be hard sometimes. Because I'm not a beef bull. We not going to do the beef shit. Because the beef shit ain't going to have no context in it. It's just going to get goofy. So I ain't going to feed into that. You know what I'm saying? But niggas be doing niggas shit out here. I'm going to say that, though, and they know who they are. We know. A lot of motherfuckers that do this organizational shit. That's something I learned in the 6 years that I've been home. It's a lot of fuckery in the nonprofit world of Philadelphia. You niggas is vicious. But anyway, the bitches too. There's some nigga bitches that's vicious too. Cause I mean, I feel like this because it's funny that we go at politicians so crazy about how they play with people. They be in control of assisting people. And I see a lot of people in this nonprofit world that operate the same way. And they disguise look better. Because it's this thing of you knowing it for no money. It's heart. It's heart. There's money in it. There's opportunity in it. You can get bread. You can get rich taking care of broken people and maintaining broken people. Because we all know no matter what industry that the United States creates, there's no money in the cure. Who the fuck want to really make sure people housed? Who the fuck want to really make sure young boys not on the street? Who really want to make sure these little girls are not being abused out there by other women, older women? Older women throwing them away. Y'all know y'all throwing y'all daughters away out here. Y'all know. Hey, it's crazy because I don't know, some of y'all ain't watching. That group ain't watching the show, but somebody gonna say something. It's cool. It's gonna get around. It's gonna get somehow, some way. This information, this content is going to get around. So the presidential shit happened. Reality TV happened. We still free. Psych. We wasn't ever fucking free. Y'all say, I ain't gonna take our freedoms away. What freedoms? What you talking? When I was on the show this morning, a brother said something that went right along with what my elder said to me. You know, that out there created this in here. And he said, man, basically how we live in America now, we all in general population. Everything we go in is set up like a prison. It's monitored like a prison. It runs systematically. Yeah, the hospital. Very much like a prison. The school, especially public school. Those, it's funny, we close. I'm very much a part of CNC, Care Not Control, that coalition. I'm with it all day. I'm an abolitionist. Anything that is oppressing people, killing people, abusing people, I want to end it. Fuck your money. And it shouldn't be your fucking job. Stop telling me it's my job to oppress, to help your oppressor. That's what your job is. Stand up off of that, bro. I know. We poor. You just talked about being poor. But a lot of you motherfuckers that say that, y'all got other skill sets that y'all don't gotta do the shit that y'all doing. You don't gotta do it. And a lot of y'all want to be organized by work anyway. Y'all want the system to tell y'all what to do every day. If you didn't have a job to tell you what time to get up and how to make money and what you need to do with your money and why you need to be responsible, you wouldn't do it. And a lot of y'all barely can do it with a job. And it's funny because we all struggle for the same reason. For the same reasons, we don't have the information, we wasn't given it. But a lot of y'all do got information y'all don't give a fuck. Because again, I go back to the rugged individual shit. A lot of y'all just real selfish. Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all want to be pleased. And then for my people, it's a built-in understanding that we do deserve everything from this motherfucker called America. Corrupt organization. I'm going to get Greg Carr on here. That's definitely going to happen. But I always say corrupt organization. America is a corrupt organization. It is not a country. Why do you think a reality TV show is your American politic? And they reporting on this shit. Like, I'm watching all the colors and shit and see how they playing with your head. People speaking with certain dictions. I got to tell people about this. Carmelita was fucked up. Because she tried to play with the older people who grew up watching like soap operas and game shows. Did y'all hear her YouTube commercial with a person that's talking about her sounds? He's talking in game show tones. Like kind of like a come on down and vote for Carmelita type of shit. And I'm like, why would they have to play with people's psyche like that? And I know what group of people they doing it, people like my mom age. Because she watched Wheel of Fortune. And Deal No Deal, and her favorite John was the shopping John. They run around and fill the cart up, and I know why. You know why that was her favorite John? Cause we lived on 18th and Master on the 80s. We was poor as shit, and then that was some fantasy shit. She's sitting there wishing she could be the person running around, filling that shit up. A basic necessity. They playing with your fucking brain, and you ain't even digging it. And now everything in your fucking life you play like it's a game. Everybody want to win the fucking lottery. That's what we all doing. We trying to win the lottery. 450 NBA jobs. Millions of motherfuckers running down on it. Not going to make it. You're trying to win the lottery. And then you got motherfuckers like LeBron setting the decks. I love it, man. I love seeing him and son play. Whatever I believe about America organization and how tainted it is, and I can't be but so much caring about any given thing that America is showing me, because it can very well be something that's aiding my oppression. I can't really enjoy nothing that America produces, because the very production of that is the plan to keep me in my place. Everything. Think about it. It's nothing that goes on in America that's produced by America that is not aiding in the oppression of Americans, in particular, black Americans. Even black Americans partake in their own oppression, myself included. We pay taxes. We believe in public shit. We believe that the state can situate a certain amount of shit for us. That's what Democrats love to do for you, too. They love to be your parents. They like to tell you, you don't know how to do this for yourself. We'll do it. Why? Because we have the privilege and the information. We know that you just a lot of passion. Colorful, very colorful. That's how I be feeling. Because we don't be wanting to say what really be the fuck going on, and we want to censor what we say. Why? I don't know. All of the facts are in. Why are black people censoring what they're saying? Outside of just being disrespectful and like name calling, the facts are the facts. I know people don't like to see themselves and hear, but some people do like their stats. Some of these spaces that we be in, explaining something to white folks, white men, because we got to put a face to the state thing. I don't always like people, the state. No, white men, women, and other people who are traitors to their people participate in the state. Bunch of Pocahontas types. Yeah, play with your brain with that shit too. I love it. I love America. I'm just playing, but I'm not playing. It ain't nothing wrong with me. This shit really make you feel like this. You serious, but you got to make a joke about it so you don't go crazy. You got to do it. Democrats believe in feelings over fact. Yo, your feelings are not the freaking facts. You know how many people I tell that to? Belief is void of fact. I could believe I could fly. That's not the real thing. I jump off the building, I'm gone. Y'all gonna miss me. Or I'm gonna be banged the fuck up, never gonna be the same again. Because I believed I can fly. It's not real. It's void of fact. Your feelings, they mean something. They mean everything. But that don't mean they're true. You have to will that shit back. Will it back. Will it all the way back. Is what you thinking and feeling even real? I'm glad he said the feeling thing. I wasn't going to go here, but I want people to see how deep oppression is. Because right now, that shit is between your ears. We have enslaved ourselves. At any given time, black people could just be like, yo, we want a piece of America like everybody the fuck else. And I'm telling you, you could just get it. But we keep believing that bull, white bull, and his feminist wife, and they traitor little puppies, they foofies. Yeah, we was talking about that shit the other day. That was wild, Flavor Flav. But yet again, another way we feed into our oppression. We make some tomfoolery like that something we can really actually watch. Say, it's funny. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. That shit right there, especially considering he was a part of Public Enemy, because y'all don't be understanding the symbolism and shit that goes on with this shit that y'all watch. How you make that not real by having him on there. Chuck D is in question because Flavor Flav would do something like this after y'all was talking about what y'all was talking about the system. How could that be? He was with Chuck D. But y'all see they kicked Professor Griffiths out the group, so y'all should have questioned that from the door. And he said something about Jewish folks that's real. They oppressors like everybody else. Document it. Look it up. It's real. It's real. Look it up. So, off to the next thing. I don't make these things up, so, you know, whatever you could try to say, I don't worry about it. I didn't make it up. But that's the type of shit that I'm talking about. We will watch that and laugh at that imagery, and not understand what it is deteriorating in us. Because you shouldn't feel comfortable seeing a black man called foofy by this white woman. We should have made, VH1 should have been canceled. If cancel is a fucking thing. And it's not, it's a game. It's just some internet shit for us to be versus with everybody. It's not real. Has no political impact for real. Don't get it twisted. No power is wielded in it. Nope. Unless we saying we boycotting it. Cancel it mean we just don't want to watch it. We not getting into the intricate details of the money. We just don't want to see you no more. You can still be behind the scenes writing and producing and all that. You can still be making your money. No, canceling somebody in America is cutting them off from the money. We've all been canceled. Black people know what it's like to truly be canceled. So stop with this fake cancel shit. You turning your eyes away from a motherfucker. That's fake canceling. I ain't watching you on virtual no more. That's fake. Cut the money off. Do what you need to do to make sure the money stream is cut off. That's real canceling. That's real power. Exercise that shit. And you exercise in real time with some of these stores that don't even want to buy bouncy houses for organizational stuff in the neighborhood. You got to argue with them about that. Stop going to their store. And they be cheating our young boys. They be cheating our babies, y'all. It's around the city. Yeah, they be cheating the babies. Ask. I hear the same thing every community I'm in. Somebody says something about them cheating the babies out of money at these fucking Dominican stores. I know I'm not making it up. We could go to the store. We could go in these neighborhoods. I'm not from them. I be around them. I hear people talking about it. And the kids don't know. And this another thing, man. Stop turning on our babies with everybody, man. I was in one of these Dominican stores, bro, in West Philly, man. And this boy looking at these babies in here like with such disgust. And when he looked at me, I'm just looking like, bro, I already know what you want. I'm not in agreement with that. I'm laughing with them. You mad at them because they saying some shit to this nigga that don't give a fuck about them. Will cheat them out their money, they kids, they children. And you come in here and then you can't wait to get to the joint after they leave. These kids, they are so disrespectful. Yeah, because you a bitch ass nigga. You from their neighborhood. You a grown ass man. When you walk in here, if they from your neighborhood, they should tighten up. Mr. So-and-so in here. Why they don't do that? Because you don't demand that shit. Now you mad at them because you a nut ass nigga that nobody respects. The children don't respect you, so you hate them. And y'all talk about them like y'all hate them still. And violence is down 40%. We still don't like our children. We still beating them up in the street, kicking them out the house. That's what we still doing. Relinquishing them. You niggers. Because if that's what you're doing, that's what you are. Hard ER. People don't like when I say it, but I love it because that's what you are when you're doing nigger shit. Like hating our children. Leading them astray. Other systems, I'm glad I brought that up. Another system that's prison. Schools. They are the new prisons. You can close all the juvenile facilities. Because children are in prison at school. And then they get sent to alternative school prisons, the deeper prison. Lose some of your privileges. Go to a restricted facility. They send you to Greene County. They sending our babies to school, Greene County. But anyway, man, like, listen. I just be going with a lot of this stuff, man, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And people be like, man, it's so much to unpack. Yes. And I need y'all to understand that. And I need y'all to understand that they'll roll these issues out, issue after issue, until we can't get shit done. We just be bouncing issue to issue, issue to issue. And then it's like, pull back. Don't keep jumping on all the issues. We know what the fucking shit is. Build your foundation. Because you don't got to chase the issue after that. You got a foundation. You could bring the issue to you. Come on here. I got the foundation right here. We good. That's what we need to start doing. Planting our feet and building our foundation. Yeah, self-care is important, but I feel like a lot of us in this space is using that shit to be on some elitist shit. Because a lot of the freedom fighters all live in gentrified areas in Philly. Freedom fighters. And they don't own much. I don't want to be like that. And I can see myself going down that road, renting from the gentrifiers. I'm going to work every day fighting against this level of oppression and then go live in their development. I'm debating it too. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This is how they make our shit not real. You're not freedom fighting. You're just working. And this is a job you can choose. It's a job in America you can choose to fight oppression. Ain't that crazy? America produced a job to fight itself just to keep you from toppling the shit. We're going to make you comfortable, give you some money, let this shit slide through. You're going to talk real good. You're going to help some people. And we're going to keep the ball rolling. We're going to keep it fucking rolling. So, build some foundations, destroy some other ones. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Constitution, obsolete. It's like hip-hop. Hip-hop obsolete, too. Sorry. Sorry, breakdancers, graffiti artists. I love y'all. That's deeply embedded in my heart. But hip hop, over. Like the blues, like jazz, it's not done. It's still gonna be around. We're still gonna be able to celebrate it in its way. But as a powerful genre of real, actual music, hip hop is dead. Nas may have not jumped to gun because he didn't. He's seen it. He's seen what capitalism does to everything with some quality. It wrings it out until it's a shell of itself. Remember when them cookies taste so good, you could taste every flavor? Now, half of the shit is synthetic. And then the shit that's natural, somebody was messing with that. So that's damn near synthetic too. That cookie that used to be, that lady made, remember she was making it out of her house and everybody was loving it, had all the real ingredients. And once capitalism got a hold of it, it was never the same again. They do it with clothes, books, anything that you can sell. They'll find a way to sell it at its cheapest price point. How close can we make this to being fake and still get a real price? How? How close can we do it? And if we can bottom it all the way out, that would be dope too, because now they live in an illusionary world thinking they're eating or wearing or into something that's not even real, has nothing to it. You're not getting no quality from it at all. There's no substance there. That's why we so sick. Head to toe, mind, body, and spirit. Soul, everything. Sick. So, what did you want to come on and talk to the people? Or you just wanted to, we just talking after the show? All right, come on. Let them know. Let them know who you are real quick. I plan on, doing a lot of work with this brother that's coming on. We doing some talking. I like to have everything out there because when people ask me about capitalism, how do you get paid for the show? And how I get paid for the show is relationships. Love, relationships. The more people you know, the more people y'all can find places where y'all connect. And y'all could build bridges and build bonds, just build, period. Have some camaraderie as people. We can get a lot of things done. So the show produces a lot of that. And this is one of those brothers. So I don't introduce anybody, so let them know who you are.
What's up? Atlas X here, once again back at Glockaware Radio. Up here with my man Jarue on PSA. It's good to see you.
Nah, good to see you, man. Like, I love to tell these stories about how doing the work that we do, you run across so many people and that whole bumping into, we got to do some work, we got to do this, I've had people with that has stretched for like 2 years before we got to like doing something together. You know what I'm saying? Finding that space. And that's one of the things that I'll start to like enjoy. I've been home 6 years. So people that I've met when I first came home, closer when I first came home, and I see them at different events, we doing a lot of the same things. We like, yo, how can we connect? How can we do it? And then 18 months down, it happens. 6 months down, it happens. 2 years down, 3 years now, it happens. And I feel like that with you because we bumped into each other in a lot of different spaces, and that was always the conversation. And then it was like, nah, something happens where it gets revved up a little bit. You know what I mean? Somebody get a little bit of time. We bump into each other in that one place was like, nah, man, this is what I got. What we gonna do? So I love that story. I don't know how much you've had that happen to you while you've been doing the work. But, can you speak to that in any way, like having those journeys with folks and then being able to do some work with them or partner with them and it going well or however, you know what I mean?
Well, no doubt about it. The bottom line is right now is here you are on this platform. Like you said, we see each other, so we know we're putting in some work, all right? Because, this man is out there. I see him at a lot of different places. Shout out to Dr. Wilson at the Fatherhood Foundation.
Man to man every other Monday.
Right, man to man, right? So we've seen each other there. We've also seen ourselves on some other locations. So, yeah, I agree with you. Sometimes I'm able to work with someone right away. Other times, it may take a minute. But when you see someone such as yourself who is, key word here, consistent in what he's doing, all right? This brother's about one thing, the real deal, putting it out there to help the people, to enlighten people, right? And so I definitely like what you're doing, and that's why I've always kept you in mind, all right? And said, hey, let's connect, because obviously I'll just say that, working together in some cases, because that's what I was about when I first came on board, getting out here in the grassroots movement, knowing that, yeah, I can do some things myself, but with the right group of people, us being unified, I don't try to tell anyone what to do. I just try to find common points where we can work together, because every organization or individual may have their own personal agenda of what they want to accomplish, but there are some things where we can align together. And that's what we need to do.
No, definitely.
Right? To bring ourselves together. So yeah, I say that in this case, it's definitely been over a year or more of us just seeing each other and talking. But now's the time. We're about to make a power move going into 2025, right?
Yo, I feel like that when they was talking about 2025, Project 2025, I was like, they talking about how I'm about to get it.
Oh, no, they talking about that bullshit. And I do want to say something about that for a lot of people, because the guy did win. The guy won. Trump. My man. It's like, so, no, I'm going to say this, though. So, this is how we get tricked up into a lot of stuff, you know, in the fear-mongering, you can't think straight and all of that. So, Project 2025 is just a collection of things that white folks, white men, their feminist wives, and their ignorantly arrogant, hillbilly, redneck, racist, buffer cats that do all the dumb shit and think that this thing is something that it's not. And black people are something that they're not. And they're something that they're not. So that is a crazy thing, because I'm like, yo, these people will come to you, tell you a bunch of BS that I'm trying to, and I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out why we don't see the easy continuum with this guy, and why we don't see the easy continuum with white folks. I don't understand that. They went out and voted for who they wanted. This is what they believe. They believe it. Because these are the people that when he didn't win, they said it was rigged, right? So if it was, it's not rigged this time because he won. So we see what America is, right? We see that. Stop acting like we don't see it. That's the thing about him that I don't have an issue with. He lets you know, and I've noticed in American history that black folk operate differently when the danger is clear and present.
Clear and present danger.
Our unity is different. I hate that it's like that, but America has showed me that over history. We rock out together when it's clear and present. So I like clear and present because it wasn't going to be no difference between the two. Because, you know, I've been using this and I heard it from a brother. I don't want to mess his name up, but he works with the Working Family Party. And he said at a men's talk that they had at a barbershop in Uptown that I will vote. I believe in the vote. I know that is a tool. But I also know that every American president is going to become a war criminal as soon as he sits in the seat. As soon as he's sworn in, he'll become a war criminal. And I was like, dang, that is some real shit. Because American foreign policy is vicious. And that's a light word. Vicious is a light word for what America has done all over the world to maintain this America thing. But my thing about Trump 2024, Project 2025 and all that, ever since the civil rights, ever since Reconstruction, there has consistently been white American politicians, senators, governors, Congress people who have fought against, in these realms, in the House, in the Congress, they fought against everything that has ever looked like anything that could be beneficial to black people. They have fought it. Read politics, read American history. 2025 has been going on since any black person has got any perceived thing in American politics. You had a bunch of politicians writing policies to take it away. There's never been a time that hasn't been happening in American politics. All across this country. In every state Senate, in every state Congress, and in D.C. There's never been a time that we have made a gain, and I don't even know if they're gains or not. I'm still on the Malcolm John. If you put a 12-inch in me and pull 6 out, bro, it's still in my fucking back. That's not progress. I don't know. But you can trick the brain to believe a lot of things to lower stress. It'll believe anything. That's the whole thing they teach you about a mirage. It does that to motivate you to try to survive. Maybe you might find water if I can trick you up enough to get to some fake water to lower the stress. There's water out there. Just keep pushing. That's what your brain does. Read about your brain. Understand the shit between your ears. So that's something we do culturally. We be on a mirage shit. No, you don't got to do that. The wells is all over the place. We chasing mirages. They got the wells. See?
He told you they ain't lying. That's what that bark was. He ain't lying. He warned me. The dog star. The now. It's overflowing. That's what that dog just told y'all. Read your history. Y'all like, where the fuck this nigga going? He crazy. No, I'm not. You are. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Love yourself enough to research it. What the fuck is the dog star? What does it mean? So again, 2025 is not nothing new. It's nothing to be spooked out about. They've been working against affirmative action and Title IX and all of these different things from the day that they were passed into law. The next day, motherfuckers had policies written up that retracted and redacted. Read your politics. Read your American history since we doing all this voting. And another thing, the reason why it was a reality TV show, because y'all don't have strong local vote control. Who is your representative that's listening to Mantua, Mill Creek, Southwest Philly, the P? Who is the person in fucking Harrisburg that is representing those parts of the city? Who is the representative that has your issues on his tongue when he goes to Harrisburg? If you don't know that, why the fuck you voting for the president? Because who is the person that's representing Pennsylvania and southeastern Pennsylvania? What politician from PA has those issues on their lips in D.C. day after day because you put pressure on him? Because you got people at the state level putting pressure on his ass. And you got people at the city level pushing pressure on the state. Where we got that at? So why the fuck we voting for president? Nobody's going to ever tell him our issues. We have no representation there. For all of you who believe so much, let's believe properly and see how it works. But y'all like the reality TV shit too. It distracts you from doing the real shit. You can talk about this like you being serious about something. You're not. You're not. Because you talking about this dickhead and you don't even know what Sherelle Parker is doing. Or you do. And you okay with it. So we not going to play around. I brought this brother on because we're going to be doing some work. You know what I mean? And I'm always about collaboration. It gets it gets testy, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of shit that goes on out here and the things that I'm talking about and how to try to figure out who doing what the right way, what's the strategy, solution. A lot of shit, black folk got a lot of trauma and a lot of things going on. So it's a lot doing this. But I do want y'all to remember this point about what I'm saying about the nonprofit sector and the grassroots. Don't allow them to turn us into a bourgeoisie of sorts. We are the power brokers controlling what the poor people know and get and don't get. I don't want to be one of those. I don't want to hold arms with other black folks that's doing that to our people. Because that's what you can become. I've seen it. I'm watching it. Motherfuckers get a little bit of access, rub shoulders with a couple people, start thinking they different. You ain't from the hood no more. Now them people numbers, they ain't your neighbors no more. Them people paperwork. They ain't human beings no more. The same shit we talk about politicians do. So I just want everybody to look into that because Philadelphia has the largest nonprofit sector in the country. You got a lot of cats like myself that can get real livable wages and certifications and educations. It's a real level of upward mobility for people with lived experience. And then they turn them into Buckeyes and gatekeepers. But that's another show. We got to get out of here. I'm over my time. I ain't paying enough money to get additional time yet. I'm behind. I appreciate you, bro. Yo, but I'm going to talk to this bro right here. Please let him know who you are, what you got going on real quick. We got anything coming up? What's the organization? How can people get with you real quick before we slide out?
Once again, Atlas X, the Blueprint Execution Plan. You can always reach us on Instagram at Blueprint2, the number 2, Peace. Blueprint to Peace is one way to reach us. Also, you can call me directly at 917-936-4947. The website is blueprintexecutionplan.com. You talk about trauma. We got the panic room. We also got the program called My Life Blueprint. There's going to be a lot of avenues that we can connect on, Jarue, all right? Because what you're talking about here is fear of a black planet, all right? You're also talking about the Matrix, which got a lot of people captivated in the Matrix, all right? So, we need to have the unity. We can't get, drawn off the path, all right? So this is what we're going to connect on, and we're going to be launching the Hip Hop Poet Cypher going up into 2025. So that's something that's going on. So I really look for us to connect, but that's what's going on right now.
I got a space for that, too.
All right, well, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, I
so,
got
you know,
space for that.
we're definitely going to collaborate. That's the key word. Collaboration, like minds can make it
Yes.
happen. And remember, everybody, power respects power. Straight up. Power respects power. That's why Putin could go into Ukraine. And, you know, people just couldn't go in there and strong arm him because they had to fear the nuclear power that he has. All right? And I'm not going to get deep off into that, but to say that that's what we have to have in order for us to get respect is to have a legitimate threat that people have to respect. All right? So I'm right with you, bro. All right?
This is PSA Philly Service Announcement. Takeover Tuesday, Takeover Love, Support, Great Social Activism, Resourcing, and Art. I am the assist. African support and strength, inspiration, and success together. Nick, the Cannons, shout out to all the Cannons. Nita definitely got to come on here and have this show about